Razabani for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted to have with me a victorious Mike Minard. Mike, firstly, how are we doing?
Very well after that. I feel over the moon to get it out the way. You know, first professional fight, and it's been a long time coming. So I'm just glad I've got a nice win. You know, for the ticket buyers.
I was at the Manchester show last week, and there was at least 4 fighters who were on their debut, and I asked them the same question. Kind of how tough has the last kind of 18 months been? Because I'm sure you wanted to turn professional over a year ago, but how tough has that wait been for you to kind of just get out and get in the ring?
Yeah, well, to be honest, luckily I've came in at the right time. I turned pro in January, and I knew that with the restrictions at the time that it wasn't going to be any time really soon, but I was hopeful to get one around the summer, and obviously that's come true. So what I've had in my mind from them months back was okay, so I wasn't really sort of planning for any COVID restrictions to get in the way of any upcoming fights. And with regards to last week and the Manchester boys and what have you, I understand with them, because we've been sparring with them, and you know we're in close contact with them, with Wayne and Pat. So it's all worked well.
In terms of trying to keep yourself in shape, and more importantly, the mindset. I spoke to Pat as well. Pat said, some fighters, it wasn't about just the gym, it was about the mindset, keeping yourself intact. Were you always like, listen, when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Eventually the restrictions will be eased and you will be able to get back out again?
But it's just how you put it. I mean, I think it's been a load of boxers. It's not just like sort of in the northwest. It's worldwide, really, isn't it? You know, look at the Olympics. Them boys performing at Olympic level, they've had to wait a year. So I feel what I understand what they're feeling. However, it's done now, and hopefully long may it continue. A nice streak of shows to come.
Small horse shows are fun because it's kind of like you get 1,000 people right close to the ring, and the atmosphere is just crazy. You were second fight on today, but you brought an entourage with you of supporters. But how was the feeling of walking out with all those that goosebump going through your body?
Yeah, unbelievable. I thought about that exact moment since I put gloves on. Since I first walked into the amateur boxing club at the age of 12. You think about that exact moment, and obviously tonight it's happened, and what a feeling. It's unbelievable.
I would say, how do you assess your performance? But it was clinical from you today. You obviously took him out, both of you on your debuts as well. So it felt nice getting the win, or did you want to get the rounds in?
Do you know what? I settled in. I was trying to settle in the first minute. We had a little bit of a sort of game plan. The game plan was just to feel him out. Obviously, he's taller than me, and he's a debutant, so we had absolutely no clue. So it was wise to do what we done. And as soon as I felt like I could throw it on, I done so. I think as any boxer would do, if they can feel as if they can pull the trigger, they'll shoot, and that's just what I done. I had my laser beam on tonight, and I just pulled the trigger as soon as I could.
I asked you off camera, are you going to be kind of fighting at light heavy? You said no, you're going to go back to super middleweight, and the reason I asked you, because you look quite big for even a light heavy, but super middleweight is the division you're going to fight at.
Yeah, definitely. I could have done super middle for this bout. However, I got matched at light heavy, and I don't really agree with cutting weight fast and whatever. I like to do it over a gradual period of time. Now, if I'd have got told that this was super middle, say 4 or 5 weeks ago, I probably would have comfortably made super middleweight, not a problem. I just like to take my time with it. I won't ever do any crashes or anything like that.
Listen, I love Liverpool because I'm a Liverpool supporter, right? But it's a fighting city. Some great champions have come from here. I know nearby Manchester as well, we've had some great fighters from there, Terry Flanagan, Andy Crowler more recently, but Liverpool, the Smith brothers, and you've had Derry Matthews, you've got Jazza next weekend as well. So do you look up to them and say, listen, that's where you want to be eventually?
100%. I was only doing an interview the other day, and I was speaking about Callum Smith, but what I sort of aspired to was, the era of Tony Dodson, Tony Quigley, Paul Smith, all battling out for the British title in the Echo Arena, seeing the atmosphere in the Echo Arena at super middleweight for the British title, which is unbelievable. And they're local lads. That's something I wanted a piece of. When it's hard to come by for one city to get 3 super middleweights battling out, all fighting each other and what have you for that Lonsdale belt, and that was awesome to watch as a 14, 15-year-old. So that's something obviously I want to
And now you got the one out of the way. The first one is done and is dusted. What's the plan now? You want to stay as busy as possible? Want to fight as many fights as you can as possible?
100%. Yeah, I don't. You know, I'm 27. There's no time for me now to be taking any breaks out of the sport. And not only that, it's my lifestyle. I love it. I love boxing. So maybe why would I want to take a step back from something that I love doing? You know, I might have a couple of days off, but I'm straight back to it. On to the next one. Hopefully September, October, November. You know.
Well, congratulations once again, Mike. All the very best. I'm sure we're going to follow the journey closely, and we're going to bump into each other a few more times, I'm sure, in the near future.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Mike Minard, IFL TV. Thank you very much.